Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Yo-Yo Bros. Today, we're going to continue learning how to solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. In this video, you're going to learn about permutations and how this will help you with algorithms, and learning how to finish the next layer. So basically, it's solving the cube. Let's get started. Okay, so before we learn how to solve the cube, I'm going to tell you a little bit about permutations. So basically, what permutations are, they're moves, but they're moves that are transcribed into words. So basically what that means, it's kind of like a language, but when you say a certain word, it turns into a move. So I'm going to teach you what permutations are. Okay. So first I'm going to tell you why this is important. This is important because in competitions in the Rubik's Cube, in Rubik's Cube competitions, if you want to scramble the cube in a certain way, you have to use permutations. And you need to use permutations so everyone gets the exact same scramble. Okay, so let's begin. So first, I'm going to tell you about what right and left mean. So basically, right means turning the right face of the cube. So basically, it's the right face and rotating it clockwise. So when you say right, that just means turning the right layer clockwise. And left, it's the same thing, but instead of the right side, it's left side. And it's turning the left side clockwise. Okay? So actually, right and left are opposite when you're saying them. This is right clockwise, and this is left clockwise. See, they're two different directions. Okay, now I'm going to show you front and back. And that's basically is the same thing, but it's just the front layer and the back layer. So front is just taking this front place and moving it clockwise or counterclockwise. So if you say front counterclockwise, it's turning it counterclockwise. And same with back, it's taking the back layer and moving it either clockwise or counterclockwise. And like right and left, these two are opposites. Okay, so the final one, at least on the 2x2 Rubik's Cube, is up and down. Up, as you probably have figured out, is taking the top layer, moving it clockwise, and down is taking the bottom layer and moving it clockwise. And same with all of the other ones, these two are opposite. Okay, let's start learning how to finish the cube. Okay, so after you got the white side done, and all of these colors are the same, we're going to start learning the next part of the cube, and that's the yellow side. So this is where your first algorithm comes in, and this is why permutations are important. When you're trying to explain to someone how an algorithm works, it's easy for you to say permutations to explain it. So this algorithm is pretty simple, and it might take you a little bit to memorize. It might take you a little while to memorize, but after you practice it for a while, you'll get it. And I recommend you watch this video multiple times until you got it, and you can do it without the video. Okay, so this is the algorithm, and I'm going to use permutations to explain it. So the algorithm is right, up, R prime, which is right counterclockwise, up again, right, up 2 times, so taking the top layer, rotating it 2 times clockwise, and right counterclockwise. And there we go. That's your first algorithm. So you might want to do this algorithm over and over again until you know you've mastered it and memorized it. So this algorithm is helpful because each time you do this algorithm, it changes the top face of the cube. So basically when I do the algorithm, right now there's no yellow pieces. When I do the algorithm, you can see that the top layer has changed, but the white is still solved. See, there's now a yellow piece here, but the white and all of these are still solved. And this is very helpful. If you do this multiple times, at one point, you'll get to somewhere where all of the yellow pieces are solved. So I'm going to show you a few tricks on doing these algorithms so you don't have to keep on doing it again and again. Okay, so here are 2 tricks that will help you know when you get a certain pattern, you know that you're 1 algorithm away to solving the yellow side. If you get where there's 1 yellow piece on the cube, on the top of the cube, put it in the bottom left corner. So always when you see only 1 yellow piece, put it in the bottom left corner. So if you turn to the face where the white is on the bottom, so like this, and you see a yellow piece on the top right, you know that you're correct. So this is basically what I mean. So go to the side where the yellow is always facing you. You can't go like this. To do it where the yellow is facing you, and move it down. So make sure it's always in the bottom left corner. So if there's a yellow piece here, you can do the algorithm once, and that'll let you solve the cube. So if you do the algorithm, let me say it again, right, up, right counterclockwise, up, right, up 2 times, right counterclockwise, you can see that the yellow side is solved. And that's really cool, because once you know you have that pattern, you know that you can do that algorithm once and it'll be able to solve the cube. Okay, I'm going to show you one more trick you can do. Okay, so here's the second trick. If you have still 1 yellow piece and put it on the bottom left corner, it may happen that there's no yellow piece up here. So this is another cool trick, and it does contain 1 more algorithm, but it also does solve the yellow side. So you're going to move, if there's no yellow piece on the top right corner, you're going to move to the back side. So you're going to flip it around 2 times, so like this. You're going to do it to the back side. So once you have this, just move it to the back. And you're going to do this algorithm. And it's actually the same algorithm, but it's just backwards. So this is what it is. Right, up 2 times, right counterclockwise, up counterclockwise, right, up counterclockwise, right counterclockwise. And you can see that the cube is solved there. So those were 2 cool tricks, and if you have any other combination, I challenge you to keep on, from the 2 algorithms that you know, keep on just trying it out until you get one of those 2 positions. Okay, so now that you've solved the yellow side, if you've got this, that's really good. We're going to learn how to finish the cube with 1 more algorithm, and then the cube will be solved. Okay, so now that we've got the yellow side solved and the white side solved with all of these colors matching, we're going to learn our final algorithm. So you can probably see that all of these pieces are different, and there probably are 2 that are matching. And if there isn't, I'm going to show you that after this. So if you see 2 that are matching and all of these aren't matching, you're going to match it up to the side and make a solve side. So as you can see, I had 2 oranges here, so I know I'm going to have to rotate it so the oranges all match up. Okay, so now you're going to move the orange and put it on the back. So we're going to have it face like this, and the solve side is on the back. So now we have this, and we're going to do our final algorithm. And that's right counterclockwise, front, right counterclockwise, back 2 times, right, front counterclockwise, right counterclockwise, back 2 times, and finally right 2 times. And if you got that, and the white is still solved, and the yellow is still solved, you see that you're 1 move away, and you can just twist the cube, and the 2x2 is solved. Great job. Okay, so you might have the position where none of these 2 match up. And that's just going to take you to doing the algorithm twice. So if none of these top pieces If they don't match up, that's okay. So you're just gonna have to go to any side and do the algorithm twice. So just pick any side you want, obviously not the yellow or the white, but any of these sides. So I'm just gonna do this side and do the algorithm. Right counterclockwise, front, right counterclockwise, back 2 times, right, front counterclockwise, right counterclockwise, back 2 times, and right 2 times. And now you see that we have a solve side, and then we just put it in the back and do the same algorithm. Right counterclockwise, front, right counterclockwise, back 2 times, right, front counterclockwise, right counterclockwise, back 2 times, right 2 times. And then you get the same, and you solve the cube. Thank you so much for watching this video on how to solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. Next, we're going to do the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. And this will teach you some more algorithms, and it'll test your knowledge even more. One channel update is that we're going to work on some new cubes that I didn't say in Rubik's Cube introduction, such as the cube and the Pyramix. These are two they may look very challenging, but they're actually pretty simple. So thanks again, and I hope to see you soon on how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube.